Welcome back to our channel. Today we're here in Darcy's garage, sitting on the casting couch. So today we're going to talk a little bit about ourselves and kind of give you guys a rundown on where we started and what got us into the car scene and what really drove us to even start this YouTube channel to begin with. So I'll start with myself. I grew up when I was a little kid racing motocross, and all throughout high school that's what I did. I mean, my biggest memory from childhood was definitely racing moto with my family. My older brother raced professionally for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. When I got out of high school though, he stopped racing. It kind of drove the whole family to stop. And when we stopped, that's what really drove me to build my truck. So I got my truck built up, kind of started gathering parts, and then got it to where it is now. And man, it's just the beginning. I really plan to do a whole lot more to it. And the list is endless for the future stuff I'm going to do to it. But really, I mean, that's what drove me to build my truck in the desert. And then I've always had a passion for modified cars and just pretty much anything that had anything done to it. I just was like a little kid looking out the window like, oh, look at that car, and just really like the whole automotive world in that aspect. Now, as for Darcy...
My story's not as cool as that. I used to make mud pies when I was a kid, so...
So the whole life story, here it comes.
So, my first vehicle was my truck, and I searched for like 6 months because I was really excited about getting this truck. Yeah. And so I wanted to put wheels on it and then system.
Yeah, and actually, funny thing about that, we started dating before either one of us even had cars. So we've been together for about 5 years in total. We broke up for a little while about a year and a half ago, just had a little break. But we're back together and going stronger than ever, so that's always a plus. But when I first met her, I told her I was going to get a truck soon because I'm a year and a half older than her, so I got my truck before she did, and the first thing she asked me is, "Are you going to put a system in it?" And I was like, "Oh shit, she's the one." It was pretty funny. So
I want my hair like that.
How do you go like this?
Ah!
How about you just go like this, like a little? There. That was fun. Somehow.
It's fine.
Stay. We're good.
No. The first time I saw an FRS, I was like, oh my god, I have to have that. And then I was driving around and I saw the same car, but it was Subaru, and I was like really confused. I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm just like picturing this or what. I saved up and bought one. I was really excited. That was the first like purchase I bought by myself, so I think that's why I have so much pride in it. And then I don't know, I just kept on going. I saw Jake working on his stuff and I was like, I want to do that. I don't know exactly what got me into drifting. The only thing I can really think of was we were at a car show last year. It was the first time my Subaru was in a car show. It was Extreme Auto Fest, and there was a drift event going on with it, and I was watching the drifting. I was like, that's really cool. So after that, I was looking for drift cars for a little bit, and then I ended up buying one. And then after I bought one, I got my first ride in a drift car about like a month later. What are you doing?
Nothing.
And I just fell in love. I was like, okay, this is game over. So now I bought the S13, and then I bought an S14 to build from the ground up so I won't lose any seat time in the middle. I'm planning on selling the S13 now because 4 cars is just way too many. I don't need that many, but
yeah,
it's fun. So I'm planning on competing next year, but we'll see how things go.
So she plans on competing in drifting next year. Plans for my truck, going to be a V8, 4-link the rear end, and possibly go up to like 37-inch tires, and my goals are to race it next year as well. So next year she'll be drifting, I'll be racing.
What's your plans for your Z?
Ooh, I guess I should tell you guys a little bit about that. Real basic, honestly. I mean, well, basic in my opinion. Because I'm doing a super conservative tune with the supercharger. I just want a faster than a normal 350Z, but really easy to daily car, because it is going to be my daily. So Rocket Bunny kit, which is, I mentioned before, it's not real, but it doesn't matter to me, I don't care. Supercharge the engine, doing long tube headers, a bunch of little things just to kind of make it more reliable, oil cooler, list goes on. There's a bunch of little things. And then eventually I'd like to get some 3-piece wheels for it. Right now I have some 2-piece Volks that don't really fit, so I'm going to run some wheel spacers just for the time being, and then look out for some wheels that I really like. So long-term goals, I mean, I'll probably end up putting it on air. I mean, yeah, the list goes on with that thing too, but my passion is really in my truck. So my car, I want it to be show worthy, but I also want it to be a daily while I can tear my truck down and build that. So I don't know, we'll keep you guys updated on the Z build as it goes. I'm hoping in maybe about 3 or 4 weeks I'll be getting the engine back in the car, getting it tuned, and then kind of getting the first drives and stuff on with the new engine. So yeah, keep you updated on those videos. And so for work, I do HVAC work, so I service work, basically go around and fix people's broken air conditioning units and heaters and stuff. So that's what I do to fund my projects.
Well, the way I fund my projects is I do eyelash extensions at a salon in town. I'm supposed to be getting into microblading soon, so...
Yeah, she's still a girl in some aspects.
Alright guys, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe, because we're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, which means he's going to be jumping his truck over my car soon. I'm really excited about it.
No, she's really not actually. She's all nervous, which I think it's funny because like there's nothing to be nervous about. Realistically, if anything happens, I'm going to break my truck by going too far, because before I land on her car or hit it or something, I'm going to jump too far and break something. But either way, get us to the 1,000. I mean, do what you gotta do. Tag 3 friends in the comments. Something. I want to get this done. Let's make it happen.
Catch you guys on the next one. Stay flippin'.